That's me, Honky Tonk Elvis. Hello to the couple of people that stopped by to say hi.
You are from England, right?
Sorry about that. I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. How are you? It's a couple of days before Christmas. And I must say that I am not as stressed as I was last year, nor am I as stressed as I was the year before and the year before that. So that's a pretty good thing. Chilling like a villain. I guess I could look and say hello, right? Boom. Can you see me? Hi. Never mind the big water jug back there. I just got the oil change and I had to move so much of the stuff around back there that it's like discombobulated. And then the place where I got the oil change is so nasty and dirty. It's like I don't want to step on the floor, so I'll deal with that later. So, good to see everyone that's showing up. You are appreciated. Let me just start by saying that the title is No More Santa, No More Christmas. And a lot of that is because for years, man, I've been trying to get away from Christmas with the children. You know, I have Madison, who's just turned 8, and Cody, who just turned 10. And I've never told them about Santa. From the very, very beginning, my children have always known that their mother and father buy them their gifts. And we used to have to beg them, like, listen, do not tell anybody in school. Do not tell anyone of your classmates because you're going to crush their dreams and all this kind of stuff. And we did get a call from one of the teachers. They were like, Cody's telling people that Santa's not real. Can you ask him to not do that? And he was just like, I only told one person. That's when he was like in pre-K or something like that. I can't even remember. I'm sure mom will remember much more than I would or will, or much more than I could. So I've been trying to get away from Christmas, especially, you know, the whole Saturnalia and the Yule log and the running people through the streets and the killing and the outdoor sex. And well, maybe the outdoor sex is not the worst thing in the world, but you get the point. It was just a time for debauchery, and it's like this is like a product. This is a time where, and you know, my children, they go to parochial school, and oh wow, I should be screenshotting this. Let me see if it'll work. Yeah, I think that did work. And my kids, they're basically, for years I've been trying to get away from this whole Christmas thing, this Christmas concept. Wow, this has got to be all right. If you're real, you'll punch in the number 18 if you're real, because I just got a ton of stuff happening over here. Punch in the number 18 if you're real. Okay, thank you. Just say Ferg Matus or something to that effect. Well, this is truly about my children and not wanting them to be these people that have to have, constantly need more, more, more. Give me more, give me more. And I'm so over that. See, we only have a couple of 18s. I didn't really see that, so I was thinking this was some sort of robo kind of an experience I'm having, but It's only 118 people, so it is what it is. I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. And for people that don't know me, hi, I am Big Elvis the Chef Rosenberg, and I'm talking about Christmas and how for years I've been trying to get Christmas out of my home. For years I've been trying to get that whole idea of more, buy out of my home. And I've been preparing my children for years, and I told my son, like, you're getting too old for this. And by the way, their birthdays are the 30th and the 16th of October, so they just received a bunch of nice gifts. It's not like they need anything, and I'll get them anything they want within reason. Like my son wants a PlayStation 5, and he knows that we don't play video games in our home. I'm just not the video game person. You want to play video games? When you go over to your grandmother's house, you can log on and do all that kind of stuff, but I'm not promoting like kids just running around hitting the battlefield leisurely, like doing tactical moves on how to take life. No, thank you. So I've been really going hard about no more Christmas. No, Santa has never happened. We've never celebrated Santa. It's always been mom and dad are buying you these gifts. But what happens? It turns into just what they want to consume as consumers. They just want their mom and dad to buy them things. There's no meaning of Christ. There's none of this religious stuff. And my children go to parochial school, and my son's teacher said, like, what does Christmas mean to you? And he's like, getting gifts and being with family. She was like, yeah, but what happened with Jesus? Like, what's going on with that? Like, hello, it's like Jesus is out of the equation. And what I would like to do is, I would like let my children know, man in a suit, and it's all about consumerism and shopping. So what I did was, I haven't bought any Christmas gifts for anybody this year. Wifey and I stopped giving each other Christmas gifts, but I didn't buy my children any Christmas gifts. And last year I tried to do this, and at the last minute I ran out and bought a bunch of things. I bought my son a guitar, and I bought my daughter, I can't even really remember, also a bunch of dolls, but we try to keep it simple, no more than 4 or 5 gifts. It wound up being like 10. So we've been trying to wean them off of these gifts, and I have to tell you, it's massive anxiety I'm feeling. I'm feeling massive anxiety about this whole idea that my children are going to think I'm a horrible dad. That's what I just don't. Right. We have this thing in my home that we call, what's that feeling you're feeling right now? Okay? So things happen, and I'll stop my son and say, son, what's the feeling you're feeling right now? And he would say, I'm hurt because I don't get to get the ice cream that I want, or whatever it is. And I'm like, well, that's called disappointment, and life is full of those. So get used to it. So I'll make like little jokes like that with them. And I know that I've been preparing them for disappointment, but I just keep remembering my childhood. And when I was 10 years old, and my mother decided to become a Jehovah's Witness. And when she became a Jehovah's Witness, that meant that Christmas was out of here. And I remember those feelings of just like, I can't have a Christmas? You're telling me I can't have a Christmas because you're a Jehovah's Witness, Mom? Like, it just was really horrible. The difference between my mother and myself is that I do buy my kids gifts and toys, and I get my son, like, he has like, they almost have nothing that they don't want, like put it like this. 2 years ago I bought them sleds, and we didn't even get a chance to really use them because there was no viable snow to make it to where it stuck and we were able to utilize the sled. So this year we went to storage, we picked up the sled, and they were like the only kids with the coolest sleds. I mean, the most amazing sleds. They're flying down the hill, and these sleds are really, really durable, and they're really, really strong. And so it's like my kids, I get them the coolest winter boots and the coolest, gloves. They rock, so they get a lot of amazing things. which I didn't get. My mother, if it wasn't on sale, she wasn't getting it. And if it's a pair of sneakers you want, you better call your father, because I'm only buying you shoes, and I'm only buying you a blazer for church. That was my mother's biggest thing. She wanted us. But look, I'm still wearing blazers as I grow up. So the effects of our childhood, they linger on for the rest of our lives. I'm wearing a denim shirt and a blazer, and so that has a lot to do with my mother, the way she dressed me, of course, as a child. So I'm a little terrified that I'm gonna do damage to my children. I don't want to do damage to my kids. I'm scared that I don't want my kids to hate me. I don't want my kids to hate me. And I kind of hated my mother just a little bit when she took away Christmas. But let me just say this. Let me say this. My mother took away Christmas, but she took away everything else as well. She took away a ton of things from me. It was like my mother was really, really strict. And my mother didn't believe in buying her children toys. Like, that never happened. So that's another story for another day, though. And I should be doing this. So I don't want my children to hate me. I don't want my children to say, my dad took away Christmas from me. Because let me just say this. When I was in the bar business, I used to buy all the bartenders. I used to buy all the security. I used to give everybody gifts. I used to give people gift cards. I was always into giving. But I'm just looking at my children, and the conceptualizing of this holiday is so warped, and it's all about it's not about giving. It's not about giving, because they know daddy don't want anything, mommy's good, you guys are kids, and they just keep, I don't know, I'm almost talking myself into buying something. Every year I go through this. Every year I try to take away Christmas from my kids, because I want them to somehow be better by taking away the Christmas. It's almost a little bit sick that I'm taking away Christmas in order to try to instill that my children learn what true value is, and it's not about acquiring things. But yet I feel so horrible. I really feel bad. I really feel like a pretty S-H-I itty. I feel like a very itty father, taking away Christmas from my kids the way my mother did me. But I just feel like it's the right thing to do. Oh my God, what should I do? I don't know what to do now. I was so adamant that we're not getting you guys any gifts. This is we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. And I really want to not do it. I want to not feel this pressure to go out and run and grab my son like a remote control car or something like that, or a drone, and we can just like fly the drone for like a whole week before he loses interest in it, or whatever. Maybe get him instead of getting him the $11 basketball, get him the $39 basketball. And I know he wants a cell phone. It's like, I don't know what to do. But I just do not want this pagan ass holiday in my home anymore. I'm like so over it. I'm so over having to spend money on acquiring more things that we do not need to fit some sort of idea of what family and Christmas time is, and it stresses me out. I'm totally stressed out about this. Do not know exactly what I'm going to do about this, but I have one more day to truly make that decision. I kind of thought the decision was made until I pressed record and I started to talk, and I started to realize what a weirdo I am being. I could just hear someone saying it's not what Christmas was, it's what it is now, what we've made it to be. I'll say this. LJ's father called LJ and said, "I just broke down. And he feels really bad because he doesn't have a lot of money to buy my son a nice gift, or even my daughter a nice gift, the children. And he always gets them really big, expensive things. He spends over $100 on, things for the kids. He wants to show them grandpa loves you, but he doesn't have the money. And now he's stressing himself out over this situation of not having enough money. And I believe that LJ's mom might have expressed that same kind of like, we don't have, they don't have that money in this pandemic. These are ADOS people. ADOS people are at the bottom, at the very, very, very bottom. So these times are even more, so much more pressure. And, for me, where I might have I might be able to want to out of this. This is the Brooklyn Bridge, by the way, that we're on. I'm torn. I'm so torn. Once again, I'm so torn. Maybe I can. Last year was supposed to be like no more than 5 gifts, and they got like 10. Maybe this year it could be 3 gifts, no more than 3 gifts. I don't know. I'm torn. I haven't had an opportunity to read any of the stuff that's come up, but maybe I will take a moment to find a quick spot. Okay. This is a lot of comments. Whoa. I was going to start from the top, but now, okay, let's start after the 18. Robbed Rebel, Merry Christmas. Jim Williams, Merry Christmas. Saved by Zero, Christmas Trees and Hearts. Oddball, 18. Hey, Oddball, what's popping? Sorry about that. I have no idea what that was. Something happened. In my family, we make Thanksgiving a time to celebrate or increase and give gifts to each other. Soup or famous? I was sent by Montagraph. Soup by famous turning into. I'm going from last to first. Okay. Don't give in to the pressure. It's hard, but you do what you feel God has led you to do. We all answer to Him first. That's seeking Him. Edwin, what's up, dude? Bah humbug. I know. That's how I'm feeling right now. Big Elvis, your kids still need a teacher. You. Thank you. That was from Donna. I love wondering where you are. And your son's karate and art lessons. What is this? And your son's karate and art lessons, or just spend family time together. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, my son is not doing karate. He's actually doing boxing. That was like a 6, 7 months he did that. This is cheap sex and booze. I was stressed out about the same thing. I don't have kids, but I have nieces and nephews, though. Donna says homemade comes from the heart. It's true. Maybe get the service is not like Maddie. Get her a Manny and Petty. Like keep it simple. Maddie and Petty for Christmas. That sounds really great. That was from, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Something hair. Is that sorcerer hair? I don't know. Do what you feel is right. Right, right, right. I sent the room raiders from the monograph channel with love from the chef. Merry Christmas. Okay, okay. Now I'm understanding. It's a pagan holiday. It's also a consumer holiday. Exactly. That's T. Ritter. Yes, yes, charity. Teach them to serve. Love their neighbors. Oh, like take them to like a soup kitchen or something for Thanksgiving. Okay. I mean for Christmas or something. That's a good suggestion, Donna. Don't feel bad teaching your children that life's about material. Take them to the homeless shelter to volunteer. Much love from Boston. Thank you, super famous. It's a lot to read here, guys. I never seen that before. A room raid. Room raid. Room raid was off the hook. This is V. What's up, V? How do people do room raids? Rittler, they won't hate you. I hope not. I worry about that kind of stuff. If you don't have the money, they can't blame you. Yeah, that's the thing. My kids know I have the money. They know I have Bitcoin. My kids are like, Daddy, show me your phone. Let me see your Bitcoin again. I'll stop the gifts for Christmas when my children turn 17. Alright? Let them feed the hungry and they'll be thankful. Yeah, I'm loving this idea of letting them feed the hungry. Dude, I stopped Christmas this year too and have 3 teens. That was from John Pino. Mars Fool's Gold. Give snacks. It's okay to give. It's okay. I get it, really. Just explain it and they will understand. Alright? Cody Crossing. Or Coyote Crossing. Merry Christmas. I can relate. Still have fun being together. Warm, cozy houses, decorations, spirit of giving. We wrap up forgotten toys too. Oh, and stuff you've given them anyway, like regular groceries, staples or something. Yeah, that's what their grandmother does stuff like that. She'll just wrap anything, just for that whole spirit of giving, kind of like making the tree look fuller. I do feel like the Grinch a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, I think I got everything. This is a lot to read. I'm not used to that. You know, I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm a little guy. I'm a spoke on a wheel. Who knows where that's from? We are officially in an alley. To the right of us is the back of Family Court in New York City. And to the left of us are some sort of shady kind of looking residential buildings. And most people just make this right turn But when you're from the city, you can always sneak over here. Bing bow, bada bing, bada bow. I want to thank everyone who showed up today. Something like a room bang. I'm all for that. You are appreciated. I'll be home in about 20 minutes. And all I can say is thank you for the ideas. I like that, taking my kids to where the homeless are, or at least these shelters, and like having my children, do that kind of stuff and just give opposed to just receiving so much, So that's the plan. Or at least that's in I have the wheelhouse spinning there. I'm sure it'll be so easy to find out how to do that and where to go. Hey, we might meet the next Obamas there. It's all about making the right connections, Thank you. Don't forget, if you guys gotten any value out of this, you can feel free to hit the Cash App, and the Cash App is $Elvis Rosenberg, one word, capital E, capital R, or Venmo me at Elvis/Rosenberg. Heartbreaking. You are appreciated. Thank you very much. And Merry Christmas, of course.